want the same thing. Run, cause we want the same thing. Convo, convo, convo. In my condo, condo, condo. Don't you front, cause we want the same thing. Don't you front, cause we want the same thing. Yeah. Convo, convo, yeah, yeah. Convo. In my condo, condo, condo. Don't you front, cause we want the same thing. Don't you front, cause we want the same thing. Yeah.
Now it's time for us to chat about music, chat about being an artist, chat about being from the Ivory Coast, and obviously chat to Arno Steez. Good morning.
Good morning, Boosie.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good. Arno Steez.
Yes.
And you were born in Ivory Coast?
I was born in France.
Oh, in France?
Yes.
Okay, tell us more about growing up in France.
I've been there for only 7 years. After my mom passed away, then I flew back to Ivory Coast, but I just have a couple souvenirs. I lived in Paris. Yeah, really nice city. You know, Paris is Paris. So if you know, you know.
Oh, well. Paris is Paris.
You know. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about Ivory Coast. You growing up and the fact that you decided to venture into music, or was it something that you always wanted to do?
I subconsciously always liked music. Okay. Not that that was the main thing I wanted to do, you know, as a kid, but I was always around artists, you know. I always had an ear for music, listening to a lot of music. But it's only when I came to South Africa that, you know, by the force of things, I really considered, you know, being an artist producer a real option. Yes.
So what happened in order, like for you to actually decide that, okay, cool, this is what I'm going to do? Like, was there something that happened in your life?
Yes, my grandmother who raised me used to manage a group. It was 4 traditional singers, and you know, having that kind of an environment with a lot of artists passing by, you know, pictures, photo shoots, and everything. When you as a kid, you know, you are influenced by your environment. So having all that around me already subconsciously, you know, made me feel like, okay, music. I was breathing music all the time, watching music, and yeah. You know, I couldn't escape that. I couldn't escape it.
Yeah, and then maybe doing production. What happened there? Did you study production, or did you just learn by? Yeah,
I had my mentor at the time back home. He introduced me to the program the first time, just open, because I just like music. I like noise, you know, so I used to, after school, just go to his place just for him to just mess around on his computer. Then one day he was like, you know what, come and sit down, you know? And I was just trying to mess around with the drums. He's like, you know what, you got a good ear, I feel like you should do it. Then that's when I just decided, okay, let me just try it out.
And how did you choose your genre? How did you choose that, okay, this is the field I'm going to play around in?
I would say it's when I came to South Africa. First of all, I really love English, you know. In class, I was top 3 all the time. I wasn't good at talking, but I was good at writing.
Okay.
So coming, I met my best friend, Nito Hush. He's featured on my single, I Might. And then, you know, just me, I was just amazed by the way he was rapping, the way he was talking, because his accent was really American Western, you know, influenced. So I was just, you know, amazed by the way he was rapping and everything. So I decided just to be friend with him, and slowly introduced me to other people. And I just decided, you know what, rap, R&B, you know, this is really my main genre. That's what I really want to do. That's why I see myself.
Okay. All right. And then looking at the genre that you just spoke about, rap and R&B, what are some of your favorites currently?
Currently, I have Drake, definitely on my list. Caesar. Listen to a lot of Caesar lately. Went back a little bit to Mary J. Blige. Some old school. Tellaman locally. Terror locally. There's so many artists, but I can't just think about all of them now. But yes, that could be few.
You've got a co-sign with Tellaman. Talking about him. How did that happen?
I've been chasing a feature since 2017, and it happened just 2 days ago.
Wow.
Yes, yeah, he finally jumped on it. I sent records on records, you know, but it didn't really feel like I was ready for it. But it was a friend of mine, Gigi Mleister. Shout out to Gigi Mleister back home. At the time, Nasty C and Tellaman were looking for new producers, new sounds, and at that time I just dropped my own EP, Faces, available on every streaming platforms. So I just tweeted them at the same time, both. Guys, here's my project. If you like it, we could work together. And 5 minutes later, Tellaman replied,
wow,
dog, did you produce this? I was like, yes, I produced, master, recorded this. Like, wow, bro, I'm really impressed. Here's my contact. And from there, I was sending stuff, but I kind of felt too rushed, because with music you can't put a time on creativity. And to me, since he said now I'm dope, I was like, yeah, I gotta have a feature now.
Okay.
And I was sending track and finished tracks after and finished tracks, and he just felt like, nah, he's not ready. And he said himself, you got it, but just take your time. So I really went for like a full year. I thought maybe he wouldn't listen to me, but I sent that track I'm gonna release soon, and he just jumped on it. That was crazy. For the past couple of days, it's been really crazy. Really crazy.
The track we're gonna play now, what's the meaning behind it?
On the Way.
Yeah.
On the way, that was my first track. That's the first track that really got me on the mainstream. Actually, it was number one on the Miss Cosmo show on 5FM for like 4 weeks. It was an old crush. It's a love story. A crush of mine that I had. She's not my crush anymore, but it was a crush of mine. Things happen.
Sorry,
you move on with life. And I just wrote the song. It was just not to her, but a tribute to every woman. Every pretty woman, and just show love and appreciation to our women generally.
Now, what have you learned in the game, and also now as you approach maybe releasing something new, what are you gonna do differently?
First of all, because I'm not a native English speaker.
Yeah.
So first was talking. As I said, in high school I was good at writing but not speaking because I couldn't practice. So it took me a while from 2017 till now. I would say my diction really improved. I really because at that time 2017, that was the time where I really started trying to sing more than rapping, because I figured the singing rap will work better for me because I'm good with melodies. So from that time till now, I really finessed and polished, my melodies, the way I sing, the way I'm writing, the topics are more elaborated, So for any new projects that I will drop for my old fans, for the people who've been listening to me from the get, they will see the difference. Starting from, I Might, that was the single I dropped, and same thing that I dropped yesterday. Yes. Okay,
and so far, what would you say have been your biggest challenges?
My biggest challenge will be just to fit in an environment where, like in the South African business, because to me, I didn't. My belief was that people won't really appreciate me because I'm not from the country or anything. But from the get, it was just a myth. From the get, people really loved me. They're like, dude, you're really good, bro. You should do it for real. Is that you? Oh my God. So I thought that was a challenge, but it turned not to be. So at this point, I don't see anything. I don't see any challenge right now.
And then maybe as an artist, how important to you and also in the industry to brand yourself?
It is really important in the sense that as an artist, we all have an expiring date. As much as you're good, your sound will change and people will get over it. So it's better for people to change from an artist to a brand. For example, Arno Steez will change the brand from a normal artist to a brand in the sense that I will start collaborating with clothing lines, with event planners, to have events branded with my name, perfumes, beverages. That's how you create new avenues for revenue, just by instead of just relying on your music, because your music eventually will go off. And people will get tired of it.
And talking about collaborating, who would you like to collaborate with?
I always get that question, but I say I don't have a specific genre. As much as rap, R&B will be my thing, I'll drop another Afro track called, because I come from West Africa. In West Africa, we really about instruments and percussion, so I do Afro music, and I'm open to work with anybody. That's from Nasty C to AKA to Casper to DJ Maporisa to Something Soweto to whoever you want, Kabza the Small, anybody. I don't have a problem, as long as music is universal, and I'm not trying to limit myself to one genre because I'm diverse in terms of music,
Maybe if someone were to ask, what's your message in your songs?
Mainly I'm really a motivational type of person, because I come from a background, as much as I was quite fortunate that my grandma could raise me and do anything around me. There's a lot of people who were quite unfortunate that didn't have the same chances as me, and really I'm really a person who likes to help people in any way that I can, if not financially, just with the message. So for me, I'm really a motivational person. Don't give up, keep pushing, keep working, things are gonna happen the right way. That's really me. Anybody who knows me know that's the message I'm trying to portray.
Okay, and you were talking now about something you just dropped.
Yes,
tell us more.
I dropped last year. I dropped first of all my single Street Banger. I really believe it's gonna go platinum by the end of this year. I might, and I shot the visuals for it as well. And then yesterday I dropped a song called Same Thing, another love song, R&B song, because if I'm not talking about motivational stuff. I'm really in my feelings and stuff. So that song is really about a true story that happened with a girl. It was a party. We knew each other for a while, and I was performing at an event. Then we linked up, and by the force of things, ended up to my house. But then she realized we were taking things too fast, so she kind of postponed the whole thing. And I was like, okay, she got me into that situation. Now let me just write about us. Let me just write a song about it. So that's really what it is about.
Sorry, man. That's easy, me, bro.
Let's check out the song. Maybe we'll cry too.
My recording or writing process, I could listening to a song for 2-3 days, because I always say you can never put a time on creativity. The time is the enemy of creativity. Yeah. I'm not the type to make a song today and put it tomorrow. Nah, I like taking my time, because the best songs take forever to create but sustain forever. So this is really my motto when I make a song. So it could be from 1 week to 1 day, but I will take time again to listen again, switch a line here, write something. No, I don't like that verse anymore. Play it for people. You don't like, okay, let me. So I'm really that type of guy, so I don't really rushing things.
Okay, I mean, it's clear that in terms of the songwriting element and the actual creation of the song, that comes from a lot of inspiration in terms of love and but in terms of strictly production, how do you then come about to actually create a certain production? I mean, what inspires you? How does it actually come together?
For example, this track, that track, same thing, wasn't produced by me. It was produced by my friend, but I recorded and mixed everything. But when it comes to a beat, most of the time it happens randomly. I could be maybe in the club, then I listen to a track, then from that melody that's playing, I just have another melody, and I'm like, whoa, I go quickly to the toilet, record the melody maybe with the bounce on it, then I'm like, okay, cool. Then I go home, start laying the drums, with the melody or whatever I have. Then from that, start expanding, make the melodies, choose the sound, and yes. But mainly that's how I work. I always work from something that has been done, or just a random melody. I could maybe taking a shower and I just, mumble a melody. Then I'm like, whoa, this is dope. Take my phone, record it, then go to the studio and start, messing around. Yes.
It's 2020. You said you have something new dropping again.
Yes.
What are the plans?
For 2020, mainly is just to push. It's mainly for me to do visuals, because for years I've been trapping music with no visuals behind it. So that started with Amite. Visuals are on YouTube. You can go check it. The next single, visuals. So and also that's an advice I got from Tejo when we met in 2018 in PE. He said, it's like a game. It's like the Hunger Games. If you know the Hunger Games, you guys drop. You get dropped on an island, and you have weapons, but instead of a weapon, let's say you have a gun and few bullets. You're not trying to waste your bullets. You see, as much as I have a lot of music, but make sure that any song, the songs don't go to waste before I drop my project, because I'm supposed to drop my project this year, but I just want to give a sneak peek slowly, one song after another, and from when I feel like, okay, there's a high demand for a project or something, I will drop it. But yeah, that's my plan.
Okay, all right, that's really amazing. Shout out to you, man. And what advice would you give to just young artists, man, who really want to get into the space, make music and produce?
The first thing I would say is be original, because there is less and less originality, especially from young people who just who don't really think out of the box. They're just trying to do what's trending. But again, it takes a lot of time. Not everybody is Nasty C or like a Reese. It takes a lot of time to really polish your own style, and it happens once in a while. So for me, it's really to take your time and really think out of the box. And again, think about you as a brand. Don't think about you as just an artist. And also, be humble and respect people. And persistence and resilience in the work.
Shout out.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, man, for coming through. For
no
people
problem. Thank
who
you
love your music, how do you get hold of it?
You can find me on every social media platform. That starts with Instagram, Arno Steez Worldwide. It's ARNO STEEZ and worldwide. On Twitter, Arno Steez, ARNO STEEZ, and Facebook, same, Arno Steez.
Shout out.